Hello, Louisville. Guess who's coming to dinner? Happy Friday. TGIF. Thunderstorms, floods, what's going on? Welcome to Guess Who's Coming to Dinner. I am your host, Janice Carter Miller. And today we are here to we're going to talk about some things that's close to my heart. Now, see, I am a Beecher Terracian. That means I was born in Beecher Terrace. And as a little girl, I experienced what Louisville was like, what the old school Beecher Terrace was like, the kind where you could leave your front door open, where I could go take dance lessons at Baxter and walk across the street by myself. I think I was 5. Okay, where you had a community that, remember, when the lady down the street, if she saw you doing something wrong, she chastised you. And then she came and told your mama, so your mama could chastise you. Yeah, that was Beecher Terrace. I lived at 1014 Cedar Court. And proud of that. Most Beechertarians are. You know, back in the day, we had a different kind of community that was a whole lot more cohesive than we are today. You know, so on that note, our guest today is going to bring some of that back to your remembrance, because he's going to talk about our history, you know, what we come from, who we are, the real deal. And on that note, I bring to you my brother, Mr. Nate Spencer.
What's going on?
WeCU Productions. What?
What's up, girl?
How you doing, sweetie?
I'm doing great. Good to see you.
It's about time.
I know.
You said I gotta have something. I gotta have something I want to talk to him about. You know, can't just be a guest. You know, it has to be relevant.
Always,
you know,
and important.
Oh yeah,
to the community.
Well, we've been working together, Nate. I met you when we were both working to help get Mr. Fisher, Mayor Fisher, elected. And we have been friends ever since, huh?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's something. Then we had a good time. There was a nice crew of people. We all got along with each other. Wasn't that something?
It was the best.
It was the best. The party bus. Remember the party bus?
Oh, yeah. Say no more while we on the floor.
I mean, it was like I developed some new friendships just from that campaign. And I'm proud to say that I've maintained that friendship with you, and because we've been working on my documentary, and I'm trying to help you do some things that you're doing, and you know, we just kind of
support each other.
The thing that I say to people on the show all the time: help me, help you, help me, I'll help you, then you help me. And we just keep doing it.
And then won't nobody need too much more help.
What you said.
That's right. That's right.
But today, Nate, tell us a bit about you and how you got into the production part, how you came up with WeCU, and where it has taken you to this petition that you want to talk about today.
Okay. Well, first of all, WeCU Productions is I'm owner of the independent film and television production company. You know, we do shorts, we'll do documentaries, we've done commercials. And basically it was about 2012. I thought about it. I got with a few friends, some young men that I really had just met and discovered that they were interested in film and television themselves. And so it was a group of us. And at the time, the Dirt Bowl was happening. And so I talked to the crew, the guys at the time. We were just friends, and then we became a crew. And we went out and did the Dirt Bowl documentary back and released it in 2013. and so it's my own. I have co-owners as well. The production company, and it stretches out to many different arenas. But I think the main thing with WeCU Productions for me is being a black business owner. I've been in the film industry for over 30 years, coming from the bottom to where I am today and where I'm going to go tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
And just being an example that yes, we can do this. I'm also I sit on the board of advisors for the Louisville Film Commission, and I've been on that board since 16, 15, since it started.
Okay.
And part of my mission with the Louisville Film Commission is I play a key role for our people. I'm one of few black representatives at the table.
Okay.
And I go hard because this is my life. This is what I've been doing for more than half my life.
Right.
And I love it. And I want to share it. You know what I'm saying? I want to share it with everyone in the city of Louisville, but I'm really want to share it with my people.
Okay.
Because we have been so neglected in the film industry. It's a lot of racism in all industries, but the film industry, we're just now we're on the rise, as you can see clearly. Long awaited, and I want to be part of the rise, and I have been rising along the journey of our fight with, of blacks being successful in the film industry, getting in the film industry, getting on the crew, at least getting on the crew. A lot of movies don't see too many blacks on the crew.
Because you have to have some. That's where you get your experience.
That's where you get your experience at.
Right.
And I'm just happy and blessed to have been able to get a lot of experience in this industry, enough experience to be a mentor to a lot of the young filmmakers here in the city, black and some white too. So and Asian and Hispanic actually. I don't have no boundaries of who you are as a person when it comes to me sharing what I've been given as a gift.
Right.
I'm a God man. I'm a Jesus follower. You know what I'm saying? That's them are my guys right there. They take care of everything for me. So I got to roll with that. Okay. All right. So, but as being the vehicle on this planet, on this earth, I'm about giving what I've been given. And need to do that. If everybody
sharing your gifts, you can't hold your gifts to yourself. You can't hold them close to your chest. You got to share them.
Have to share them. That's what we're here for, to share with each other. Make a better world, makes a better place. Just like you said, you help me, I help you. Nobody needs any help hardly at all.
Because if you do need some help, you know where to go. So let me take you to this other place. This place that I remember when I was a little girl. See, and I'm even older than you. That I used to walk to the drugstore. I remember there was Kinslow's restaurant. Mm-hmm. There was Charlie Moore's. There was the Top Hat. There was the grocery store. There was the Peanut Man that sat on the corner that had the hot peanuts.
Mm-hmm.
And up the street, we'd walk. My brother and I used to walk up the street to go to the Grand and the Lyric. And I am talking about Walnut Street.
Yeah.
Before it was Muhammad Ali, it was Walnut Street. So now you have a petition.
Yes.
Tell us about why the petition and get into this for me. Let's chop this up.
Let's do it. So Old Walnut Street. Walnut Street, I remembered as a kid. I remember just Walnut Street because I lived on 39th and River Park. So that all came all the way down, right? And so how this came about is that it's one of them. I woke up one day. Actually, I woke up during the protest and the march. It was in June. Okay.
June of last year.
June of last year, because I actually started the petition June of last year, going, to person to person, people signing it by hand and everything. And then with COVID kicking in, I decided I need to slow down on this and I'll come back around and do it electronically, which I came back around again this year and did it electronically. But how it originated was it was one of the days I woke up during the revolution. I have been out marching, protesting for our rights and justice and everything. And it just hit me that, yeah, we were out there fighting for justice for Breonna Taylor, for David McAtee, and George Floyd, everybody, and I was like, but there's more fight. There's more things that we really need to fight for. And this is the time. And this is, yes, take advantage of this moment.
Right.
Because we are where we are, And it hit me. I was like, Walnut Street. I thought about King Clay, Merv, Mr. Hudson, and writing, the book, 2 Centuries of Old Louisville. And I have the book and I frequent it, and I just look at that book and I'm like, man, look at all this that we were. Look at all this that we had. Mm-hmm. Look at all this that we were about. Walnut Street, it showed our community, which is togetherness, how we support each other. Mm-hmm. I think the biggest thing that it showed was our economic power, which is why things happened like they did, and Walnut Street was removed. You know what I mean?
In urban removal.
Urban removal, as we.
They never gave us a reason why they removed.
They never gave us a reason. And I asked around. I asked Ken. I asked Mark. I asked them, and they was like, Nate, I don't know. So here's what I thought. It's just a thought.
Okay.
That I woke up with, and I was like, man, we need to fight for everything that we are. And I said, and Old Walnut Street was, as far as Louisville and the state of Kentucky, for real, as far as it being the major city, I was like, that's where we were powerful. We were together.
That was our Black Wall Street.
It was our Black Wall Street.
Huh?
Absolutely.
That was our Black Wall Street.
It was. And all that was destroyed by hate and systemic racism, just to keep it real.
Absolutely.
And then all across the country.
Same
not
thing.
Just Louisville, Kentucky, not just Tulsa. Right. So when I actually did a small march during the protest, and it was Black Business Matters and Black Media Matters. And Walnut Street was my drive to do that, because it was important that we fight for that as well. We need to see, if you picture what Old Walnut Street looked like,
I can see it
from 6th Street down.
Can you see it? Can
you see that today? Can you see it?
I can see what it was.
What it was, but can you see?
And just to think, had it been refurbished with all those businesses still there, what that would look like.
That's right, exactly. What would it look like, y'all?
Yeah.
Like, really picture if we had that today. Now, here's the good thing that's happening right now in Louisville. Black businesses are excelling. They're you got the Noir Black Chamber. He's putting it out, 502 by Black. All those, and it's showing the numbers of African Americans that are entrepreneurs, right. Business owners. They're coming, they're making it happen. But we have to do this together if we want to come anywhere close to what Walnut Street was, which was very significant for this entire state. Even if they didn't like it at the time, because that is why it was removed. It wasn't a renewal, it was a removal.
Because we got too big for britches. We thought we was running something.
We were. That's the thing. We were.
We were.
And it's Absolutely. A lot of power in economic development, economic period. Right. It's where it's at. I mean, to keep it real, without the economic power, ain't too much movement gonna happen.
No. We had We had our own grocery store. We had our own drugstore. We had our own cleaners. Everything was ours.
Barbershop. Ed Hamilton's
barbershop. Shoe shop.
Davis Records. Eddie Davis. Merv. Eddie Davis, photographer. His family. Merv Ops. His family. They had the Davis record store. Right. And they also had trade school too for Black. It was just so much.
What didn't we have?
What didn't we have?
We were thriving, and I'm saying we were thriving in 1950.
We were thriving, but it started
in the 40s.
Even earlier.
Even the 30s. Okay, Beecher Terrace was built in the 30s.
Right. So let's go even further back.
Okay.
Because back in, let's see, in the 1884, there was 4 black businesses that started in 1884. Wow. Okay. Then in 1900, it went up to 24 black businesses. All right. And then in 1950, 154 black-owned businesses was thriving. And this is from then. Okay, so let's go all the way. See, a lot of people don't know it goes back to 8. But if you get that 2 centuries of Black Louisville, which I recommend every single I don't care if you're white, black, whoever you are, if you live in Louisville,
get the book.
Or in the state of Kentucky,
get the book.
You need to get that book. Yeah. And it's worth the investment. It is an investment. It's an investment in your history.
See, that's some of that history that what are they calling this? This theory, where they don't want things to be taught in school.
Yes.
It's like that's part of the history of this city that some of the people that live in the city have no idea about.
Exactly. I've spoken to some people. I think the important thing about the petition.
Get to the petition. The petition.
The petition. So I woke up and I'm like, hey, we need to fight for our past, because if more of the young people, really see who we were, what we did, how we did it, mm-hmm. we have a different Louisville right now, especially in the West End. Okay. So I'm like, man, I need to do this. It's not for me.
Right.
It's for us.
Right.
And the entire city of Louisville. I don't care what color you are. Mm-hmm. I've got white friends that had no clue about Old Walnut Street. So they've been neglected as well.
Right.
So that when everybody's neglected in information.
Right. You can't make an informed decision if you don't have enough information.
You can't.
And don't have have all the information. You can't get a part and a piece of it.
Right.
You got to have all of it.
Right. Absolutely. Absolutely. So, I'm looking at it like this. So I looked at it, and when I actually pictured the signs being up, and so I want to make this bring this to everybody's attention that we don't want to remove any signs. Like the Muhammad Ali signs stays. We just want to put atop of the Muhammad Ali signs commemorative and honorary sign, Old Walnut Street District.
Like we did for Reverend Coleman.
Reverend Coleman, exactly.
The name of the street is still there, but it's his name on the top of it.
Exactly. Okay. So imagine anybody, especially like the young people riding down the street with their kids, and the kids look up and they go, "Hey, Mama, what?" They used to see him on a sign. They look up and they see this brown sign that says Old Walnut Street District. Mama, what's that? What's Old Walnut Street? A new person that wants to be a Louisvillian. They riding. They look up, what's Old Walnut Street? They look it up. Boom, 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 boom. Oh my gosh, I didn't know this actually existed. Mm-hmm. So it's all about let's we have to trigger off. Now, Ken Clay, love him he does the Walnut Street Review.
Right.
That's great. It's during Black History Month. LCCC, their building, Walnut Street. You know what I mean? Right. The Walnut Street building. Right. Boom, another great one. We need to do more and more and more until we begin to really see a new, actually, I'm gonna say it like it is, a new Black Louisville, a new Black business Louisville. Right. Because look, man, I don't care what y'all. I was raised to just love y'all.
Right. You're talking about a mindset too, Nate.
It's a mindset.
You're talking about a mindset of how did, with far less resources that they had then, mm-hmm. how were they able to? They came together now.
They came together.
They kind of spoke in one voice because they had no choice but to speak with one voice.
Right.
Nowadays, we got a whole lot of voices.
We all over the place. All over the place. We've been separated too now. We've been bamboozled and tricked and coerced and
we got our little cliques.
We got our cliques. We got our little selfness. Okay. See, I'm about collaborating. I'm about,
Right.
hey, y'all, let's do this. Let's do this
Right.
together, because I understand the power of togetherness, of
Right.
coming together. We all have resources,
Right.
right? We all have resources. We all have a brain. We all have minds. We're very intelligent people, right?
Yes. Yes.
And we have a lot of money in our, we are the number one consumers in this United States of America.
Right.
So what's the problem within our own communities?
Right. That we can't manifest that within our community.
We got to work on that. And it does start and so the business world, which is the economic world, which is advancement in the world, I don't really dwell on the money thing, but the reality is that it's what we have to have it to to even compete with racism.
Right.
Okay. We do.
Right. Yeah.
It sounds crazy, but if anybody out there understands what I'm saying, Well,
we have to have, like the whole point is to level the playing field. We talked earlier today. We don't need to just be in the room. We need a seat at the table. Scoot over.
And a voice, and to be listened to, not just for us to sit there and listen. We got voice.
We're not trying to be a token. No. We have something to say. It's valid.
Absolutely.
So we want to sit at the table. We want to help make decisions, especially decisions that have to do with our lives.
Yeah. Yeah. And we know that our city right now, everything that we've been going through forever, but it's specifically in these last few years,
we're broken. We're broken right now.
We're broken.
And we need to work on healing, but we can't. I don't think we can get to the healing till we figure out how to keep our kids from killing each other.
Right. Well, we have to give them something to do. We have to, and we have to be role models, true role models, not just a flashy role model, not a flashy role model.
You can't stand behind the curtain and peep out the window and look. You got to go out the front door and say, "What's going on?"
Oh, you got to hit the pavement now.
You got to say what's going on. They can tell you, you need to go back in the house, old lady. But at least if you make an attempt and you see everybody sees what's going on in their neighborhoods.
Everybody does.
But what I want you to tell me, why a petition? What is the petition for?
Well, so the petition is to make it happen, to get the, first of all, Ja'Cory Arthur is the councilman in that district, in the Russell neighborhood. Okay. And I need to get that. Really, I don't know how much he knows about Walnut Street, but I would love to just pour it all out on him so that he have understanding. But this young man, he understands our community. He understands our people, right? And he's in entertainment, which is a big deal on Walnut Street. It was the mecca.
That was the entertainment core right there.
It really was, and it's also something for, I want to see our people come together on something as simple as a petition to get some signs put up.
Okay.
But it's simple, but it has a lot of meaning. Sure. And it has a lot of significance, right, to it. It has a lot of its own inner power to encourage us, to inspire us, to, especially the young people, man. They don't realize what, if they know what we had. Y'all know how they think. So, they get something in their head. They like, what? We did that. We had this. We had that. Hold up now, and we need to instill that in them. And of course, it's part of the history part. And JC,
but we want to. When you say what you wanted to get across was that you said to me that every Black person that owns a business should be signing this petition.
Oh, that's a hands down. That's a hands down.
If everybody signed your petition, how many signatures do you think you come up with? That people that have, I don't care if it's just
a lot of
one person.
Shoot. Well, let me tell you like this. All I'm asking for is 500 to 1,000, and we well over that. Okay.
That's all you need to get the.
I mean, that's just
one of the criteria to get the sign.
No, not necessarily, right?
Okay.
Not necessarily. I don't even know what the number is. I really don't care. I need people to wake up, look at what this is for. What's the significance? Why is this? Yes, it's our history and it's our future. Even though it's the past, it's still our future because of what
we have to build off our past.
That's right.
That's what we've been trying to do, is build off our past. But we had nothing. They didn't give us 40 acres and a mule. I'm not trying to be disparaging, but I know people from other countries have come to the United States, and they were given $10,000 to set up their homes. Nobody did no credit check.
Right.
Looking for no FICO score to say that you are eligible or you're not eligible. Black folks has never gotten that kind of love.
Yeah.
And that's the part of the reparations thing that I think, that I don't think I know we see how this country is so benevolent towards everybody, but the folks that built it. I'm just saying.
Truth be told. Truth be told.
But everybody that built it.
I just wish everybody would just accept that fact. You know what I'm saying?
It's a fact.
I think everybody
we can't. We got to be checked inside out. Our record, credit,
you name it.
Did we finish high school? What was our parents on ADC? Come on, give me a break. So together, when we know that we don't have to judge one another, that kind of unity helps put us in a place where we should be able to move forward together.
Yeah, like they did on Walnut Street.
Like they did. Yeah.
Yeah, because it obviously it didn't look too hard. I just saw pictures. I've learned some history about it through King Clay and Merv and Ed Hamilton and Miss Amma Lucille. Cunningham, Bob Cunningham, Miss Jane Cunningham. I could name so many that were kids then. And that's another reason why I felt this was important. While some of them are still with us, even including yourself, who remember some things of that day, is that we, this is important for them as well.
Right.
It really, really is.
Well, it's Louisville in that time and era. We were very proud of it, and even as we got older, we were still very proud of what we had. And all we could talk about is what they took from us.
Right.
Never gave anything back.
Right.
My mother called it urban. A lot of places call it urban removal instead of renewal. Renewal was supposed to be replacement of something. It was going to be renewed. It never got renewed.
No.
It never got renewed.
Got towed up.
And even, let me give you this one, Nate. I know they got this TIF thing happening, and they got the programs where they want to give money to Black businesses and, to give them a leg up. But I'm just curious, is how come every time when there's some money to be spread out within the community, when it comes to Black folks, we have to get the loan. Where's all the grants? What happened to the grants? The grants are gone by the time we find out that there was some money. Is that right?
Well, we need to keep standing up and fighting for what we really should have and what we deserve.
But
we shouldn't have to go through all the rigmarole.
We need to do it together.
And we, together, and we need to invest in each other. We need to invest in each other.
Yeah.
Really.
Support each other's businesses.
$20, $10, $100, $10, $5, don't matter.
Yeah. Look, push a like button, push a subscribe button. Folks that are, we've been relegated to social media right now. But I know a lot of people. I see Big Al, he's got a food truck.
Okay.
He is at every event in this city. But he's not the only one with a food truck, but he's the only one that I see make sure that he has some visibility.
Presence.
You also have to promote yourself. You have to find a way to promote yourself.
Mm-hmm. You do.
Look at you and your company, how you went from just into what's the collaboration you do, the Black Media?
The Black Media Collaborative, which is, that's my baby too. That's a nonprofit organization and we dedicated to developing media literacy, skilled people in production, as well as the distribution of that. And then we take that creativity and we sustain and preserve and cultivate the knowledge of our Black heritage and culture. I mean, that's extremely important, and we that's about to kick in on another level here pretty soon too. So a lot of my time is definitely engaged with the Black Media Collaborative. I'm the director of it, and it's my responsibility. Co-founded by Brother Akron Burton and Troy Johnson and myself. So that's on the. We're doing some things. We haven't stopped. We just kind of
So at the bottom of our viewing picture here on, well, I don't know what you're watching it on, is the website
you
where you
can
can go and sign the petition.
Mm-hmm.
That's what that link is. That's a link to go and sign. And when you open up that link, it's going to kind of look like this. Wait a minute.
That's it.
And it says, restore, cultivate, and give honor to the history of Old Walnut Street, Louisville, Kentucky.
That's all I had.
I said, I see the cars. I'm saying, Walnut Street was two-way traffic.
Look at that.
And I'm thinking, Muhammad Ali, all I remember is one-way traffic. But when I was a little girl, it was two-way traffic.
Right. I forgot.
Right.
Even myself, but I remember him.
Yeah.
Because when did it go one way? After Muhammad?
Probably. I really don't. I think it went one way. Nate, I'm gonna say probably after we moved out of Beecher Terrace, because I don't remember it being two way. Maybe say 60s. Maybe in the 60s it went one way.
Okay. And
somebody else who probably knows, one way traffic was part of renewal. Oh, I'm over here. I see. Look, this is more. You called all your cousins, didn't you?
Oh yeah, I got a whole bunch of them on there. What's up, fam?
And your classmates.
That's what's up.
I know you had me on my job this morning, making sure that I gave you what you needed to tell people to come. And we're glad to see
important. It's important.
People chatting with us.
It's important.
This brother Stevan, sister Stevan Edwards. She said one-way traffic was a part of renewal.
There you go.
But there
you go.
We just have to, we have to pay
Makes
attention.
Sense.
What?
It makes sense.
Yeah. So once they go on the site, they can sign the petition.
Sign the petition and share it with your family, with your friends, co-workers, school friends, everybody, your cousins. Like I got my cousins on here, but while y'all on here,
yeah,
sign the petition. Yeah. Friends, sign the petition.
This the one thing about COVID, it has developed a new community of people that really want to communicate.
Right.
I would say that. When they have a minute, and this is always in their hand. Everybody's got one in their hand. It's like if you walk out of your door and you get to your car and you start patting and your phone's in the house. Oh, you got to go back and get it. But this has connected us. There's some good points and bad points, but the good points is the knowledge that this show that I want to share with people, by having people like you, Nate, to come on and tell us about this petition, because you want to get a.
I want it for us. It ain't got nothing to do with me. I just woke up with it, like, Lord, but bam, this needs to happen, and that's it. You know what I mean?
And just you just follow it through to make it happen. And
follow through to make it happen.
It can't happen if we don't help you.
All I'm not asking for no money. I'm asking for a signature.
That's a different story, huh?
So we can come back on that though. We can come back on that though, on that money thing, because we do need to invest in each other, in ourselves.
Each other.
We do need. That's how Walnut Street was built as well. They invested in each other. They invested in each other's products and businesses and what they had to offer each other. You know what I mean? So we need to kick it back in.
I told you after our conversation today, I pulled out a slogan out of our whole conversation that this is our time.
It is. It is.
And we need to coalesce. We need to be under one tent.
Yes.
Kind of as many of us as possible that have great ideas that what would work in our community,
Right.
what we want to bring to our
Right.
community.
Right.
We need to be able to get together.
Yeah.
I mean, we need to have our own town hall meeting. I remember when the mayor was talking about they were going to tell us how they were going to spend the money. Well, how you going to tell us how? How about if we tell you what we want to spend the money on? You know, how about if it comes from the community to the government, to the mayor's office? How about we say, we need this and we need that? We don't need we don't need a commission to say, well, they need this over here. And
we know what we need.
We know what we need.
We do.
You know, I had mixed feelings about the Juneteenth day. I mean, of all the things that we could have been given that we really need in this time of crisis in our city, I just didn't see that it was a Juneteenth our own national June, because we're going to celebrate it anyway.
Right. Right. Well, I think it's just, it was overdue to be recognized to that level, though.
It was overdue to be recognized, but it was like, you're really not giving us anything.
Right. You just,
you're
making it what we call national recognition for not just, for everybody.
Right.
For everybody outside of us. You understand?
Right.
But there was a lot of us that didn't know about
what Juneteenth meant.
Yeah, and a lot of
it was a learning lesson. Yeah,
it's right. And a lot of people, our people, including myself, it took me for over 50 years to realize, because it just wasn't. I'm from Louisville. We wasn't getting it like it unless somebody from down south came up and was here in Louisville, and they, celebrated. And there were some entities that did celebrate Juneteenth here in Louisville, but we did. Most people didn't.
When I lived in Las Vegas, that's the first time I ever heard of Juneteenth, because most of the blacks in Las Vegas are from Fordyce, Arkansas, and Tallulah, Mississippi.
Okay. And they all came down in Texas.
Juneteenth was big.
Yeah.
In Las Vegas, because those people came from those areas where they celebrated it already. Naturally, we didn't do it here, so I knew nothing about it.
Again, another history point that needs to be brought to this level, though, because there's so many of us and the rest of the world don't know anything about it. And to me, that's important.
Right.
To me, that's important. Our history is just important to me, man. That's why I document. That's why I got you on the line, Miss Elma Lucille, Russell Neighborhood, the Dirt Bowl. Those things are important. That's our history here in Louisville.
Right.
But I want, I'll take it even further. We have so much history. They're digging up stuff from 100 years ago right now of our history,
Right.
And 100 years from now, they're still going to be digging up stuff from this 100 years.
I was looking at that they were refurbishing the outside of Quinn Chapel.
Nice.
Over on 9th and Chestnut.
Nice. We need to do all that.
Okay. Quinn Chapel was where I used to go, and they had civil rights meetings to tell us where we were going to go march.
Right. I know. I heard about
that church needs to be refurbished, because it is a landmark. It was our home.
It is. It was a gathering place for the movement.
It was our home.
One of them for sure. Yeah, for sure.
It was deep. So now somebody, young lady on here, she said she wants to know, Nate, so what's happening with the film industry?
Okay.
I know we used to have some movies that who was it that gave them some tax credits to bring movie companies here in Kentucky? So for a few years back, they did 2 or 3 big time.
No, they did quite a few. They did a few. Yeah. But we did do 2 or 3, but we did more than 2 or 3. There was quite a few, but
but 2 or 3 that went major.
The
one about the Secretariat.
Well, there was one. Yeah. I don't even know if that was.
That was down in
Warrington.
Was that Bardstown that they did that?
I'm trying to think if even the incentive was in full effect at that time when it happened. You look at
when that happened. You don't know if the film industry.
I'm trying to think if that was. I have to look to see when Secretary actually came out.
Okay.
But nevertheless, we had. I know people on here probably saw a little bit of the film industry in motion for a certain amount of time. So what happened was, okay, so we had a full tax incentive. Tax incentive where if you came in and produced a film in Louisville, Kentucky, you get a 30 to 35% tax break, which is phenomenal. Like there's hardly any businesses in the world, in the United States for sure, that offer that kind of a tax incentive, you know. So just $1 million investment, 300,000 back, you know what I mean? Right. But now you have to, it has to be as much local as possible to get those tax incentives, right? So, flying people in. So, Muhammad Ali Airport, that's part of it. Hotels, bars, restaurants, anybody that has services. I'm telling you, the film industry is like real life in movies. It's like we're creating real life and not real life sometimes, but we have things that are needed. So you take the film industry, for example. If you're a teacher, we need you because we need mentors on the set for like young people, right? Right. We need doctors and medics on the set. Also, we need firemen, we need painters, we need set designers, electricians. I mean, hair and makeup. Although those are the automatics, right? Those are the automatics. I'm talking about what people really don't think about this in the film industry. Look at the credits at the end. I always tell people that look at the credits and you can see how much, opportunity is there. Right. So now, so let's go to what we're saying about the finish. So when it first came out, we had a 30 to 35%. A new administration kicked in and they put a cap on it. It didn't get taken all the way out, but we had a cap on it. There's certain things that weren't going to happen anymore. And mind you, we were number 2 to Atlanta when we first came out the gate. And that's incredible. When I look around like, where is it at? But according to the industry, the film industry, Kentucky was number 2 to Atlanta. And just, I don't know what they're making now, but I look back 3-4 years ago, Atlanta was bringing in $7 billion a year in the film industry. What are we doing? Why ain't we need to get on it? So I'm a film commissioner. I'm happy to represent the city. I'm happy to represent the film industry in the city and my people. And I'm going to do that. So what we're doing now is, so now that the new administration is in, the tax incentive is back. It's passed legislation, and we're coming back in strong in 2022. So I want people to get ready. And when I say get ready, if you're interested in the film industry, connect with me. All right.
And I'm going to tell you the one part of the film industry, I guess, per se, that I'm connected to is I do commercials. I signed up with an agency, and people that have talented children or people themselves that may be retired that want to do extra work. There's a lot of extra work, or there's a lot of opportunity for children, but you need to know where you can go, and the agencies where you can sign up. We have talent agencies in Louisville, Kentucky. Right.
Yep. You got the talent agencies, especially your actors. And then there's a crew base. So anyone out there that has any kind of production skills, I don't know, your lighting, you got some camera skills, and that's video, cinematography as well as photography, because we need photographers to do still shots on the set as well, right? Right. Electricians, again, we have all of so I want anyone that's ever been interested in film, this is the time to get involved with it. This is the time to research and dabble, because we're going to have a film industry here. We have one here, but now we're getting ready to step back in it on the level that we left off at.
Well, we might end up having some type of film festival, Louisville Film Festival.
Now we do have a little,
or whatever.
We do have a film festival. We do have several, the smaller ones, but the one of the most recognized ones is the Louisville International Festival of Films. Okay. And that typically came around in like October, I think September sometimes, but that's when it comes. But we need to have more film festivals. It's so much talent here in the city too. Right. I myself with Black Media Collaborative in conjunction with the Louisville Film Society and Rabbit Hole Distillery, last year we gave, and to some people it's don't sound like a lot of money, but $5,000. We gave a $5,000 grant to a Black director right? Yeah, so I had like 16 submissions. They put it in, put their things in. We voted, and
I remember that.
Imani Dennison, the young lady, she won the grant, and so but for $5,000 is a lot for independent filmmakers that shoot little shorts and movies on zero budget.
Right.
But that's just the start. We want to see how that works because it's going to go up. We're going to take it up to the next level. We're going to, we want the money to be higher and higher and higher each time, but we need to get more representation. I can't do this alone.
Right.
So I need more of my people to step up. You know what I mean? For real.
Right.
But
you're one of those people that I'm fortunate for us to have our friendship because we throw a lot of things off of each other. Right. Sometimes I said rather than me just having that one-way conversation with myself, that when I talk to you and I tell you what I'm thinking and my plans and I'm going at it like this, and after I hear myself articulate it, then I say, oh yeah, I got it, But if I'm not able to sound it off because you shooting stuff back at me at the same time that make me go another way and think differently, because that's what we need. We need to inspire each other. Right. We need to support each other. I don't care what it is.
All day.
And sometimes it's as simple as having a conversation with somebody.
Right.
And sharing a little bit of yourself. Because a lot of people don't want to share their contacts. Well, I'm not going to.
What you need?
Work, but I'm not going to introduce them to someone. Boy, shut up. Hush.
What you need?
Huh?
Oh, I got you.
So those types of things we have to get away from. We have to. The new mindset is to let the selfishness go and work on being selfless.
And then we'll be able to work together.
Wait a minute. Boom. Drop the mic.
Drop that mic.
Drop the mic. So we have to come outside of ourselves. I did some musicals, and a lot of them I kind of did by myself. But I don't even want to do nothing by myself anymore.
No. And we shouldn't.
No. There's other people that do what they do better than me.
That's right. We all have.
That's the point.
Right. And especially with production, like for real. I mean, you can do it for a little while and it's good to get the experience on different levels of what you're doing in production. That's great because then you know how to see and know, who's really good enough for your production or who can do it. You know what I mean? Right. That's because you have that knowledge. So, it's just like me being in the industry, like I said, I feel like I started from the bottom. Matter of fact, I was cleaning out garbage cans and stuff at Paramount Studios. You know what I mean? But I wanted to be in the environment. But at the same time, I was doing extra work somewhere. Or I was working behind, So I like dabbling in all of it. I don't have it where I'm like, oh, I'm a director, I'm a producer. I don't do that. Or if I'm on the set, it's like lighting guys, y'all got to do. I ain't touching it. No, I will jump in there and move the light with the lighting guys if I have to. You know what I mean? Let's get it done. But it's all about working together to make something happen.
That's like even with this show. I've got some software on my computer that a lot of times, when things don't start when they're supposed to start, or they don't end when they're supposed to end, and I'm sitting up looking and pecking, and you can hear my computer pecking. So I've got a software program that I can take our program and drop it in there, and I can do my own editing. I like doing that.
Yeah.
That's just, I did that.
You should look into editing now.
Huh?
You can edit. I know you can. You've been doing it for quite a while.
Some of my music performances, I've had to edit them down because they're too big to put on the internet.
Right.
In some cases, So what we want everybody to know, the gist of this whole conversation is about getting involved and being supportive of one another. We need you to go to the link that's down at the bottom. It's Old Walnut Street. If they Google Old Walnut Street Petition, will it come up?
I'll tell you what, I'm gonna make it even easier. Go to change.org. CHANG.
Let me just change that and make it that. How about that?
Yeah, go to change.org and put in Old Walnut Street, Louisville, Kentucky.
Okay.
And it'll pop right up.
Okay, so now I'm going to do this. Change.org.
Change.org.
They slash Old Walnut Street.
Well, when you put in change.org, that website will come up, and then it'll tell you, search for petition.
Okay.
And in that box you put Old Walnut Street.
Nate, I know you're old school. Change.org.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna put it in here because I think
it put Old Walnut Street in the search.
Old Walnut Street. I'm not doing the search thing. I'm just saying Old Walnut Street.
Yeah.
Well, we can try it. Oops, I have too many E's in street. Okay, so I'm gonna do that.
Yeah, make it happen, y'all. I mean, really, please share with your friend. I'm gonna tell you right now. So I did the electronic petition on Juneteenth, like I did the first time the previous year, right? And I'm grateful for the 113 signatures, but I personally feel like there should be way more than that.
Right.
So I need to get to 200 right now to take it to the next level.
Okay, so I'm gonna put a shout out to my audience. Everybody go to change.org.
Please.
Okay. When it comes up in the search box, put Old Walnut Street. Then the petition will pop up. Sign your name and submit it.
And share.
it. Okay. Please. So before the night is over, Nate, I'm going to have you call me and let me know what kind of response you got.
I'll look at the numbers. Numbers.
We need, we're playing a numbers game.
We play the numbers game.
Even guess who's coming to dinner is a numbers game because I'm trying to elevate.
Right. And we need to support you. So everybody that's watching this show today, please keep an eye on Janice. Watch her next show. She's had some great people on here, man. She's had some great leaders.
On YouTube, you have to subscribe. On Facebook, you have to what? You have to like it and share. Nick?
Like and share. Like it, main thing, and then share it because everybody should share it.
And then I restream it on Instagram and LinkedIn.
Okay, great.
But also don't forget, because this is the big one. Jantastic Productions, which is my production company, has its own Roku channel. If you have a Roku, if you got a smart TV with a Roku software on it, all you have to do is go to Roku, add the channel, Jantastic Productions. You type it in, you hit add the channel, boom, you watching me on the big screen. That's what I'm talking about.
There we go.
Wait a minute. We got Hollywood right here, live and in color in Louisville, Kentucky.
You crazy. We can make it happen, people. We got to make it happen. And it's only a small thing I'm asking for. I'm not asking for a whole lot, but it's going to make a whole lot of difference. Right. I guarantee you it's going to make a whole lot of difference in our community, even though it's a small thing. Some signs. Some people like, some street signs.
Small things become big things. Absolutely. I just put up the historical marker in Algonquin Park for the dirt bowl.
Absolutely.
Nobody, if that marker was not there and somebody moves to that city and lives in that neighborhood and they play in that park, if they come across that marker, they will see the history of the dirt bowl, and they will see the history of Algonquin Park as being one of the Olmsted parks. Because hey, look, when we started the dirt bowl, the park had a swimming pool, tennis courts, basketball. How many parks in our community have all of that?
Especially in the West.
In the West. I said, So, listen. Thank you, my brother.
Thank you, my sister.
And, you get my energy. You get me fired. Look, I said, like President Obama, you get me fired up and ready to go.
I'm ready to see the fire, girl. Make it happen.
But that's because we work with each other.
That's right.
I help you and you help me. And my Nikki Giovanni stuff that I redid, okay, I found it. I'm putting it up because that's for my boy Colin Kaepernick.
Okay.
Because I'm gonna find Colin one day and have him on my show.
There you go.
I know that.
You gotta say, is this what you want to do? Go do it.
Yeah.
Go get it.
Okay. All right. All right, darling. Mom, I said hello.
I will. Peace and blessings. thanks for everybody that checked us out today. I appreciate y'all. 100.
Did you see the chats, Nate?
No, I ain't see the chats. I don't know how to see.
I don't know how I can keep them, but
they should come back to you if you record it.
Oh, I should get the chats when I download the recording.
It should. I know it does on other things, but yeah. I don't know.
Most of these people came to us. One person was watching on YouTube. Everybody else was on Facebook.
Right. Okay.
Okay. So actually, you should be able to go to Jantastic Productions on Facebook and see.
Okay.
And look at the comments. Okay.
Okay, I will. Thank you so much.
All right, darling. Have a good evening. Have a good
weekend. All right, peace and blessings.
Stay safe.
I will. You too.
Ciao, darling.
Bye-bye. Ciao.
Bye-bye. Nathaniel Spencer. Sign the petition. He needs you to sign the petition. He wants to get a street marker that makes you know that Muhammad Ali was Old Walnut Street. That's just a start. We have to pinpoint some things in our history that still have significance in our lives today, whether we know it or not. And our children need to know the significance. Young kids don't know a whole lot about Beecher Terrace until the 70s and 80s. But Beecher Terrace was all that in a bag of chips back in the day when my mama moved to Beecher Terrace, and she was 18 years old. So hope you enjoyed the show. I hope you learned a few things. Nathaniel is a blessed young man, and his spirit is genuine. And it's a joy when you have people in your life that are genuine. And everybody ought to want some genuine folks in their life, because it brings you joy. I hope I bring him joy being his friend and his sister, but we work together. And if the rest of us found a way that we could work together, don't be a crab in the barrel, pull somebody else so you can go up to the top. Don't be the crab in the barrel. Help somebody. Help me, help you. Help me, help you. And I'm going to help you, cause guess what? It's dinner time. Guess who's coming to dinner? Bon appetit. I'll see you on Monday. Bye-bye. I got to go find stuff. I done moved stuff. I got all Nate stuff and folks chatting over here. Here we go. See you all Monday.